Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift, and an amazing meltdown. After Kansas City advanced to the Super Bowl, the controversies surrounding the largest pop icon in the world and Travis Kelce's girlfriend became extremely public. The conference championship games on Sunday that brought the Kansas City Chiefs and San Francisco 49ers back to the pinnacle of American sports culture were a bitter disappointment to football fans who were hoping to see a new team in the Super Bowl. However, Taylor Swift is new, and she's spearheading the insane movement that supports Donald Trump. Following Kansas City's fourth Super Bowl appearance in 5 years and first since Ms. Swift joined the team's entourage, speculation about the largest pop icon in the world and the girlfriend of Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce escalated to a new level. There were already a ton of conspiracy theories circulating among the Make America Great Again contingent that Ms. Swift is a Pentagon secret agent, that she is building her fan base ahead of her endorsement of President Biden's re-election, or that she and Mr. Kelce are a manufactured couple put together to support the NFL, the COVID vaccine, Democrats, or whatever. Vivek Ramaswamy, the conspiratorial presidential candidate who later became a Trump surrogate, speculated on social media on Monday asking, "I wonder who's going to win the Super Bowl next month. And I'm curious if a significant presidential endorsement from a couple that has been artificially culturally supported will occur this autumn." On Sunday, Mike Crispy, a broadcaster who supports Trump, began by asserting that the National Football League is rigged to disseminate Democrat propaganda. "We're going to win," KC advances to the Super Bowl, and during the halftime show, Swift appears and endorses Joe Biden, with Kelce starting at midfield. Alina Habba, one of Mr. Trump's attorneys, Jack Posobiec, a prominent conspiracy theorist, and other MAGA luminaries like Laura Loomer and Charlie Kirk, the head of the pro-Trump youth organization Turning Point USA, are among the other critics of Ms. Swift, who are among Mr. Trump's strongest supporters. Since September, when Ms. Swift encouraged her Instagram followers to register to vote, the right wing has been furious with her. Vote.org, an online organization, recorded a spike in registrations of 35,000 in response. After starting a global tour, Ms. Swift became a billionaire. The governor of California, Gavin Newsom, described her as profoundly powerful. And then in December, Time magazine named her Person of the Year, sparking yet another round of outrage from the MAGA crowd. The romantic tale that united her community with the NFL has turned out to be explosive. Mr. Kelce's commercials for Pfizer's COVID vaccine and Bud Light, which were already the subject of conservative criticism due to a social media campaign featuring transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney, fanned the flames of controversy. The NFL has a large and diverse fan base, but there is also a deeply conservative subset that supported quarterback Aaron Rodgers' one-man protest against the COVID vaccination and made fun of black players for kneeling during the playing of the national anthem. From the front offices of the Washington Commanders to several incidences of sexual and domestic abuse and assault, the league has long faced accusations of misogyny. For some, the Swift-Kelce narrative has dealt a severe blow to gender stereotypes since it depicts a wealthy, influential woman taking a successful football player to unprecedented heights of celebrity. There have been some incredibly ridiculous Monday morning quarterbacking, such as the idea that Ms. Swift is pursuing Mr. Kelce financially. Her net worth is more than $1 billion. This is a separate world from the athlete's mere affluence. Some charges, which claim she has immense influence and has previously supported Democrats, seem to be motivated by fear and based in some degree of truth, or at the very least, her command of her 279 million Instagram followers. While Ms. Swift stayed out of politics for the most part of her long career in music, she did support 2 Democrats in Tennessee in 2018. Former Governor Phil Bredesen, who was challenging then-Representative Marsha Blackburn for the Senate, and retired House member Jim Cooper. She posted on social media, saying, "I have always and will continue to cast my vote based on which candidate will protect and fight for the human rights I believe we all deserve in this country. I support the struggle for LGBTI rights and think it is wrong to discriminate in any way based on a person's gender or sexual orientation. I think it's horrifying, disgusting, and pervasive that we still see systemic racism towards people of color in this country, she continued. The warning signs were so strong that Mr. Trump was compelled to publicly support Ms. Blackburn. Knowing all too well how powerful Ms. Swift might be, he remarked at the time, "I'm sure Taylor Swift doesn't know anything about her. All right, how about I like Taylor Swift's music 25% less now?" When she chastised him for his pandemic response in 2020 and went on to support Joe Biden, he most likely lost even more of her favor. Even while her early pop music was primarily enjoyed by teens and preteens, same followers are now of voting age, and with the albums Evermore and Folklore, her sound has evolved to reflect her millennial background and the tastes of her devoted following. A large portion of the Swift paranoia has been hidden among the MAGA fringe, thanks to individuals like Mr. Kirk, who declared in November that Ms. Swift would come out for the presidential election, following Democrats' strong showing in an election that showed how the abortion issue drove voters to the polls, and Ms. Loomer, the Florida conspiracy theorist, who declared in December that 2024 will be MAGA's Swifties. He declared Swift abortion is all the Swifties want. Then, in mid-January, Swift bashing made its way to Fox News. Jesse Waters, the host, implied that the celebrity was a tool of the Defense Department fighting psychological warfare. He linked the phenomenal success of Ms. Swift's Eras Tour, which boosted local economies and put her on the cover of Time, to her political voice and her boyfriend's Pfizer endorsement. Have you ever questioned how or why she had such a dramatic breakdown? On air, Mr. Waters pondered. Well, during a NATO meeting, the Pentagon's Psychological Operations Unit suggested using Taylor Swift as an asset about 4 years ago. Vote.org CEO Andre Haley capitalized on the criticism from Fox News by stating that the organization's collaboration with Swift is helping all Americans make their voices heard at the ballot box, and that the celebrity is not a psyop or a Pentagon asset. However, her kiss and hug on the pitch with Mr. Kelce in Baltimore following the Chiefs' victory over the Ravens on Sunday seems to have set off a chain reaction among conservatives that might intensify it in the lead-up to Super Bowl LVII in Las Vegas on February 11. Feelings are so intense that Ms. Swift's private jet belches tons of CO2 emissions, indicating a sudden awareness of the primary cause of global warming, that Fox News ran a program on Sunday bemoaning the situation. Mr. Ramaswamy declared that his Super Bowl theory was quite serious. What you people refer to as conspiracy theories, I call an amalgam of group incentives concealed in plain sight, he declared. Karine Jean-Pierre, the press secretary for the White House, further fueled rumors when she refused to comment on whether Mr. Biden would be joining Ms. Swift, citing the Hatch Act, which forbids political acts by public personnel. That's where I'm going to leave it, she declared on Monday. I won't be discussing the president's schedule in relation to the 2024 elections from this point on. The Trump team sent out spokeswoman Caroline Leavitt to allay rumors of a possible Biden support, despite their original strategy to ignore the hysteria. She declared, I don't think this endorsement will save him from the calamity of his past.